Okay guys, thanks for tuning in again. Today I'm going to go through how to set up, purchase and view the Navionics maps. There are a lot of different maps out there, and I would like to go through to the one that we have just received, and thank you to Navionics for sending us this product. I'm unpacking it, and this is obviously the Platinum Plus Premium Marine Charts, Australian East and Central to New Zealand. Now, not everybody in Australia needs to have the complete Central to New Zealand, and I will show you that as well, but this is what was available at the time for them to provide us. The package comes with these items actually. It comes with a manual, the box of course, and the box, this particular Platinum Plus, has got a lot of stuff that we want. So it's got the Navionics charts, which is standard. Then it's got the satellite imagery and the relief setting, which is very important for us, and that's what we are after this particular product. So it comes in a box. It comes with the mini micro SD card, which got all the information that you need, and you need to obviously register this card, download the application, and then install it onto your plotter. And then obviously the converter for the larger kind of SD card unit. Now, but I've also found out that in the latest laptops on the field, they don't provide us with any of this any longer. Some laptops have it, some don't, and you don't have any SD cards input, so you might need this little dongle here to help you with installing it. So how we go about it is that you install that onto the dongle, and then that will go into your USB, and that will be related and picked up by the software. Now let me take you to the Garmin website first, and I'm doing this with a phone, so sorry about the movements, but I'm only doing it with one hand at the moment, just trying to show you how to go about it. So when you get into the Garmin.com, you go into the Marine, and then you go down to build-in updates. That's very important. That's where it is at the moment. Now maybe when you're watching this video, this website might change, but it's absolutely humongous. It's got so much information, it's not funny. So here is for Australia and New Zealand all the charts available. You can select what you want. Now normally I would be selecting the Australian South because we are down in South for us, and that's what we want. But obviously thank you to Garmin and Navionics who sent us the Australian and New Zealand. So we're not going to be obviously go to New Zealand with a vessel, but nevertheless that's what we're going to get, that's what we have, and that's what we're going to show. So this is our package which we're going to show off. So from there is you download or you purchase the product, and you can buy this directly from the website or from your local dealer. I would also prefer you to have an account with them, so set up an account, sign in on the top with an account, so the system knows who you are, what you have, what plotters you have, and any updates that you do down the track, it's all recorded and it's a lot easier for you. So let's say that you have the box and you are now ready to rock and roll. You will click again on the Marine, and you need to download you need to updating the charts. So by doing that, when you go to Marine and updating charts, you get to this page, and then you need to select the update third-party marine maps if you have a non-Garmin product that you need to install it. And we're using Simrad, so we don't have a Garmin at the moment. So what we're going to do is we need to go into this page, and you need to download the update with Navionics chart installer. That's very important. So when you download that, it will come into an icon on your screen, and you install it, and now let me show you what happens. So you're going to get an icon like this. Then when you open up, you will get the program to take you through all of the necessary information. So as you can see, that's very straightforward, very easy, and I will take you through that as we go. Now this is where you should be logging in if you can. So if you have an account, please log in, and I will do that now, and I will log in and then come back to the screen. Okay, when you log in and you have opened the application, downloaded, and you have the USB connected, you need to be selecting a couple of steps there, which are very, very important. So the steps, the first selection is to select the manufacturer that you have. So this is very straightforward. We're using a Simrad, and then you need to go into which system you have. We have NNS series. We have a 12 Evo 3, and we're gonna continue on. That's what we're using. Obviously with you could be something different, but all the models are supported models are available there, and it will detect. Here's the map that we have. There it is. So we download the map, and it's gonna give us a few little overlays and what's gonna come with it. So it will come with the selections of sonar chart, community edits, which we would definitely like, and relief shading is definitely on. We're gonna select it. Satellite images is definitely on. We want to have the whole lot, and additional viewing options update entire coverage in 3D view. We will have that as well. Why not? So you tick all of those things, and relief shading. Okay, that's interesting. You can either have one or the other, either relief shading or satellite. By the looks of it, let's have a look. We'll just do the relief shading at the moment because that's what we're interested in the most, and then we'll come back. So it will take a little bit of time to download, but that's pretty much how you go about it. When it's finished, it will come back, and hopefully we will see this finalized, and we will install it onto the Simrad, which I'll show you what it looks like down there. So I'm not going to bother you, and I'm not going to take time any longer for downloading, but let's see how we go very soon. So okay, let's group here. After installing the main updates, I went back into the home page, and now it's allowing me to download the satellite imagery, and you have to select the area that you like to have the image provided. Obviously we're not going to do anything else but the Victoria and South area, so we're just going to basically overlay that, and it will give us the imaging as well. So here we go. Let's go on the boat and see how it looks. See you then. Okay, on the vessel now, and we have installed the map. Just a couple of things before I show you what we have done here with this one and how it looks. Those Simrads, especially I can only speak about what I have at the moment, so maybe somebody can be educated. There are two ports on the unit, which I'll show you. So we use both ports, and I would definitely recommend both ports to be used. The first port is only and use only for your maps. A lot of people have used only that SIM card, SD card that it's been given by the maps, and they've used it to download and do backups on that SIM card. I would say definitely don't do that, because you don't want to play around with that data, because you won't be able to maybe sometimes configure or recollect the information from it. And if you change your data, or if the navigation update needs to wipe it off and reinstall it again, you might lose a lot of things. So with your maps, just use the maps SIM card alone without touching it at all, only the updates. And your second port on the SIM card can be used. You can just add another SD card, mini SD card, micro, and you can use it to do your backups, your system. And what I mean by the system means that how you've got the Simrad or your system configured. It's not just the wave points, but how you've got it configured. Very important. There are two different files. Easy done. There's a lot of videos out there. If you don't know how it's done, happy to provide that information. Just message me and or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But I'm just giving generic information for people who don't understand some of those things. So vital to use both ports. So the only thing you do, and also if you do have 1 kilowatt transducer, pause it before you get out of the water. How to do that, it's been shown in many YouTube videos, so I'm not gonna kind of go through that again, but do me a favor, pause it, because a lot of people have burned it and they go, oh, why is my Simrad is not showing the fish any longer, or doesn't my transducer is not working as it should, because it's been left probably out of the water working, and there is a case where you burn it out, especially if you're running 1 kilowatts. So let me show you the ports and then we'll go from there. Ports are, here is the position of the ports. So my position is 2 ports, 2 SIM cards. Hope that can be taken, I'm not sure, but nevertheless, you know what I'm talking about for the people who have got the Simrads. Top is the is our maps, and the bottom is our backup. So that's how it is. When you turn on the unit, that's what you get. Well, that's my preference for the moment, but you can see that it gives you all that area there is under 1 meter. Normally you don't see it that clearly with your standard maps, and you'll have you might have trouble negotiating through that area. Otherwise, a lot of people will go through the channel, go around the bush to get to a point. So you can see how Port Phillip Bay is set up, which is very interesting, right? You come out of the port and then you see a lot of a lot of shallow water. So that to me is very, very important, because with a 6 meter I can come across and cut across. I don't have to travel around the world just to be safe. I can see on the map. It gives me a lot of information and a lot of help. So let me just go to an area where, so this has got a little bit of shading, and you can see slightly, I hope this video can show this, the ground, the darkness of the ground. This is a little bit of grass, obviously, in the location, and you can make it as transparent. There's another one here that we normally fish. Look at that point. I mean, these points were to me done many years ago, but you can see that it's at the end of that grass pad there, and we can fish for squid in that area, or whiting. Let me show you how it's done. So you've got a transparency. You normally get it like this, without the white. So normally that's how your standard map looks, and then you get transparency to as much as you like. So this is information. You can see what it does to the map. That's a little bit too dark for me, but nevertheless, that means this is obviously satellite image together with shadowing and everything else. So I'm just going to go a little bit lighter so we can see what we're doing. So if I leave it around about there, you have a lot of shading. I can turn the shading on if I wanted to, but that's a little bit darker. So if you want to have the shading, you can just back off the transparency a little bit. So you can have community edits and sonar charts, which is now that you get a lot of more information, as you can probably see that. So you get all of the accurate detailed information of how the bottom and sonar looks like in the area. I mean, that really helps you to go to a spot that you have never fished before. You can see what happens there. So that depth there is from 5 meters, and it goes down to 24 meters, and you know exactly where that hole is. Otherwise, if you don't have that, you're gonna have to just basically scan around. If you don't have that, you will scan around and try to find exactly where that little hole is, and that is just right there. So it's a really fantastic tool to have, and I think for people who are want to have a little bit more information, and you can actually find your home too. So this is how it looks, from, let's have a look at what it does here. So transparency, if I do 100% transparency, you can actually see the map from a satellite. So this is a satellite transparency that you're bringing into your system, or you can take it out completely, or you can bring it in as much as you want. So yep, that's pretty much what it is. I hope that we helped a couple of people to understand what the Platinum Plus does, and help some other people with other things as well. So worthwhile getting this particular software, and you can get it from the dealers or directly from Navionics. So thanks again, and hope to see you on the water very soon, and share that information if you think somebody else needs to know. Take care.